For those that just walked in, you just walked into Holy Ghost first.
Othello on the beat.
Okay. Y'all ain't heard this collabo in a while.
So we are live right here on MLK in Brown Street. I ain't gonna tell y'all how I grew up in that house down the street right there on Brown. Yeah. A lot of memories at that house. But SPINN MKE, we getting ready to go in here and check out my homegirl Kia.
Hey, God show me favor, still respect my neighbor. I'm blessed but I got haters, blessed but I got haters.
Hey, God show me favor, still respect my neighbor. I'm blessed but I got haters, hey. Blessed but I got haters, hey.
All 2021, nothing but love, blessings, and prosperity.
Bricks and ReRe, y'all know what this is. I've been making my own moves, but first I talk to God like what you want me to do. It's personal with ReRe. I take it personally when you talking to me. Moving by my own rules, but I pray about it first. God show me what to do. This is Kia. I ask God to order my steps and guide my thoughts, direct my feet, and place the right people in front of me. I'm big stepping, and every day is a gift. I open my eyes like, thank you, God, for this. I'm grateful. Another day to get it right, another chance, another dance, let's get it. And ooh, God knows I'll be tired, but I'ma work these gifts and rate.
I ain't gonna shoot you today.
Tricks ain't chasing money, money chasing me. It's personal with ReRe. I take it personally when you talking to me. Moving by my own rules, but I pray about it first. God show me what to do. It's personal with ReRe. I take it personally when you talking to me.
I know a couple of y'all, this is your first time, so thank you for spinning with me. My name is Kia. We checked in, we ready? Ready. Hopefully, you are all set. Those seats are comfortable. You are on the right height. This red thing in front of you is called resistance. When I say lift it up, that's what I want you to do. We're going to practice right now because I want you to get to 8 to 10. So go ahead and take it up. You are the power. The bike moves when you move. So when I say you need to go to 80, 90, it is up to you to push that power. The watts show the work that you're putting in. So the higher the watts, the higher the work, right? When I say position 2, rise, right? Position 3, okay? We good? Y'all faces like, what is going on here?
Can you re-explain the red thing?
It's always one. Always one. She was here 30 minutes early talking to me the whole time. Alright. Let's get those legs going. I need you at about an 80, 85. I need you at an 8 to 10. Let's ride.
I got my foot on the gas, no brakes. I'ma shift and switch it up, but you would never see me shake, never fold, cause I'm solid. ReRe been Lord, what you mean? That was me putting pressure on next, who else but she? Let me speak my truth, and if I offend you, well it was for you. I'm leaning not on my own understanding. No, this ain't that, and I ain't sorry for the misunderstanding. Yeah, tunnel vision, I'm up before the sun come up, talking to God, listen to me, yeah, I'm that cold. Never looking for the vibe, I am the vibe, she brings the vibe. They wanna be seen and heard, I'm on a way higher frequency. I'm trying to be felt, and they gon' feel me, watch this. I'm on a way higher frequency.
5 minutes later.
You gon' feel me, I guarantee
God show
you
me
this.
favor, still respect my neighbor. I'm blessed but I got haters, blessed but I got haters.
Hey, God show me favor, still respect my neighbor. I'm blessed but I got haters, hey. Blessed but I got haters,
Hey, God show me favor, still respect my neighbor. I'm blessed but I got haters, blessed but I got haters.
Hey, God show me favor, still respect my neighbor. I'm blessed but I got haters, hey. Blessed but I got haters.
Hey, look, forgive me if I come off like I'm heartless. Probably got caught up in these plaques and these plugs. I done gang over this all shit. I'm in here with my folks. Yeah, I swear they know me more than most. I told sis, hey, excuse me if I boast, and I ain't tryna brag. Riding with my dad, I'ma cry whole ocean once the Lord call him back. Please forgive me for my tears. I done tuck the shit down for some years. That's why you see me with this dude saying these beers, steady hiding my anxiety. Said you love me, why you lie to me? Followed your lead, nigga, look how you was guiding me. Jumped out the car when you said that you would ride for me. One who you say you was,
Hey,
nigga, in this.
Let me hear you say we good. We good. I'll hear you. We good? We good. All right, look over to your neighbor and say, neighbor. Neighbor. We gon' make it. Say, neighbor. Neighbor. We gon' make it. All right, let's work.
Obviously, they respect my neighbor. I'm blessed but I got haters, blessed but I got haters.
Hey, God show me favor, favor, still respect my neighbor. I'm blessed, but I got haters, ayy. Blessed, but I got haters, ayy.
Hey, God show me favor, still respect my neighbor. I'm blessed, but I got haters. Blessed, but I got haters.
Hey, God show me favor, still respect my neighbor. I'm blessed, but I got haters, ayy. Blessed, but I got haters, ayy.
This that Bricks and ReRe.
Miss Kia
Yes, ma'am.
in the building.
In the building.
So let me ask you.
It sounds like you finna come like right away.
I'm coming with it. You ready? We're gonna do this.
Let me get some water.
You want some water? Okay, I'm gonna pour my tea. I'm gonna pour my tea because I want the
It
tea.
sounds like I should be prepared.
So SPINN MKE, is that something that you have always been passionate about as far as health and wellness, or is that something like did something happen in your life where it was like this is therapy for me and then it became a thing for you?
So both. I can't say that spin, like the actual form of spinning was the end goal. But a lot of things happened, and fitness became therapy for me. Throughout my life, I had to like figure out coping mechanisms, and I think fitness did that without me knowing.
Okay.
To one point, it became addictive, like a unhealthy addictiveness. And so within that was how I found spin, because I had to try and just, because I was so addicted to just the feeling that I got and the relief that I got in the moments of working out. And then when the pandemic hit, I needed something, right? So I had the treadmill, but it wasn't giving me enough, right? So I was acting like a crackhead a little bit, and I needed 100%, like I was like, and I was probably doing like 16 miles a day. This was a very unhealthy time in my life.
No, indeed.
That I didn't know, like emotionally it was something. I just figured it was like my body needed more. When the gyms closed down, I realized that I was depressed. And so I probably was doing like 16 miles a day, right? And for people that don't know what running is, you can do a mile in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Right? So imagine doing like 16, 17. One day I did like 36 miles.
Did you have like a point where you were like, I'm burning myself out, I'm hurting myself more than I'm
I didn't
helping?
realize, like I found out by accident.
What was that accident moment for you?
Because like been through divorce, been through all these things, and I have a 12-year-old.
Okay.
And she was in the house, and so me deflecting how I was feeling, I felt that she was going through and she wasn't happy.
Okay.
And because like I had fitness, she didn't have anything, I'm like, I need to figure out like how I can help her. And
Right.
so I just started reaching out to my network, like I think I need to get my child a therapist. And so finally got her into therapy. They're like, oh, before we can do her, we got to do an assessment with the parent.
Right.
I'm like, no, I brought her.
Right.
Like,
This ain't about me.
This ain't about me. And she was like, well, we can't do it, but not you. So I come in the room like, all right, let's just answer the questions. She asked me all these questions. They take my daughter out the room. I'm like, what are we doing?
Right.
Like, come on now, what are we doing?
Right.
And she was like, I can't let you leave. I'm like, let me explain something to you. Like, you don't know who I am. Like, you know, I'm trying not to be hood.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to grow up. And she was like, I can't. You're 51 out of 51. And I was like, what does that mean? She was like, if I let you leave, you won't make it another day.
Like
and in
mentally?
that moment, like mentally. Alex, Toussaint, and Tunde,
Okay.
I felt like they were like my motivational speakers throughout the whole time. And so when community shut down, I needed somebody to speak to me, for a man and woman of color to be
Right.
in an esteemed sport like that. It drove me to be like, oh, if they can do it,
Right.
then I
Let me
can.
tap
Let
in.
me tap in.
But you have a history with this, right? Because you were, correct me if I'm wrong, but like a fitness coach, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you tie that into, like, what do you, from that season of your life to this current season, do you tie any of that into this?
Health is wealth.
Right.
And for me, if you're not healthy, what people don't understand is discipline creates success.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
And so everybody tries to discipline themselves in every other area except health. If you can discipline your mind to understand what your body needs, that pours over into your life. So for me, once I learned how to discipline myself physically, it poured over to now I can in every arena. And so when I learned how to tap in with that, and every person that I felt was successful, every mentor, they had a healthy lifestyle. But the benefits, we don't understand, especially as people of color, it gives you 10 extra years of life. Your brain gets to breathe. Like, that's one of the biggest benefits of working out, and that's why it gives you this extension, because every time you work out, your brain gets a chance to breathe. So imagine if you don't work out, your brain does not stop to breathe unless you meditate, unless you do yoga, unless you literally intentionally, and 99% of the time we don't.
And see, I can, working out, I'm just gonna keep it hot. I went through this like 30, 60 day run at the beginning of the year where I was doing it. And honestly, for me, it was more of a mind thing than a body thing. It was like
it's discipline.
Yeah, I just wanted to challenge myself to just make it a week.
Yeah.
And then after I made it, you know, getting up early, going, after that 7 days, it was like, okay, I'm kind of feeling this.
But do you think anybody likes to work out? I think people think I like to work out.
But see, it was like this. What made me fall off was, okay, I'm going to just chill today. Chill today turned in, I'm just chill again. Then before I know it, it's like I ain't even on it no more. It has to be.
Routine. You eat every day, don't you?
Huh?
You eat every day, don't
Absolutely.
You sleep every day, don't you?
Absolutely.
There's a few other things I'm pretty sure you like. If I don't do this, right? So it has to become this non-negotiable. And fitness looks different for everybody, and that's what people get it confused. Like, it doesn't have to be this intensity, this hardcore. It has to be something, because your body, just like water, it needs it.
It was more mental than physical for me anyways, because honestly, I would leave the gym about 7:30, 7:45, and it's like, I'm ready for the day. I feel like I can move mountains today.
100%. Everything that I've been like great in came when I was working out. But that's because my brain stopped, right? And was like, okay, now I have time to actually breathe.
I get that.
And so after that, all these ideas was pouring out, because it's like, oh,
I'm
you
up
don't
now.
have 1,000 thoughts going on at one time. Let's talk about it. So the benefits of my fitness life has been the only reason through all of my trials, tribulations, challenges, that I've made it. Of course, God, but the fact that I didn't go crazy.
I can see that. Now, I want you to know that I underestimated SPINN MKE. I felt like, okay, this is sweet. I'm finna go ride on the bike.
Most people do.
And I got there, and and then I was
Let's talk about your experience.
I had to stop looking at you, because I felt like I was being scolded, just to be honest with you. But
really,
I did. Like, you didn't like yell directly at me, but I understand body language and eyes. I'm an eyes person. But in my mind, I signed up for what, it was a 30-minute session.
That's what we did.
But I'm like, cool, I can ride a bike for 30 minutes. It's nothing. I was done after about 2 minutes.
100%. You said that out loud to the whole class.
And then you were like, crank it up, push the button. I'm like, crank it up.
It's called resistance. And that's what you do in a SPINN class. You take the challenges, right? But what I will say is, it's just like yoga. You don't have to understand it. It's just a challenge. So the goal, anytime an instructor is up there, is never to make it where it's a reachable, right? It is, we set the tone and you rise to the occasion. So your occasion may be a level 2, somebody else's occasion may be a level 10. And that's
a level
the goal
2 minutes
of the ride.
That's
it's just to get through. But what I will give you props is you didn't stop.
See, because in my mind, I'm like, ReRe, you bet not. You bet not tap out. I don't care if you just lifting one leg.
I will say that you
I didn't.
Like,
I
you was eyeing me.
Like, wrap it up.
You really had a lot of beef.
That was my wrap it up
look. Through, so
and I don't care how crunk this music is right now. My legs is tight.
You were saying that the whole time.
Like, for real.
The whole time. But you made it through.
So let me ask you this. I know it's a team of people at SPINN and MKE.
7, 8, and 9 now.
How many female instructors do you guys have?
How good is my math? So I have 3 male instructors.
Okay.
So that's what?
You said it's 8 of y'all?
It's 9 now.
Okay.
We just brought in.
So I know. Shout out to Chuck. I'm very familiar with Chuck. Shout out to Portia. I'm familiar with Portia.
We have Glenna, which I call her the MJ of Spin. She like to go to Spin. She should be like famous, traveling the world. Like that's how great she is.
Really?
And then we have Taisha, Brittany, Shaw.
Okay.
So Shaw is like the preacher of Spin. You come in there thinking like you finna spin. He done set your soul free.
Is that the comedian?
He doesn't even know his calling. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And who else? Then you have me, and I think.
Okay.
And then you said Chuck, Portia.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Emmett.
So
we got
Portia
our first
does
Caucasian guy.
something.
She does twerk spin because she's
There
a
it is.
dancer.
Twerk spin.
Yeah. She
What does
dances
that
for the
look
Lord,
like? Yeah. What does that look like on a bike? You just.
You dancing. So I'm gonna be real. I have no coordination. So you will never see me take those classes like 100%. I'd be so frustrated. Like.
Have you tried?
No.
Did you make it off?
No, let me tell you.
What happened?
I went in Zumba and walked out. Like, I've never given up on fitness, but Zumba, I said, y'all gotta have all this. This is not what we supposed to do in the gym.
Okay.
It's just too much. Like, if I gotta focus on twirling, sitting, pulling up, like, I don't have that.
That ain't your lane.
So she does things for people who like to dance.
So what does, like, the next, Lord willing, 12 months look like for Kia? Like, what are your goals? What you in prayer about right now? What you fasting about?
So I just defended. So I'm officially a doctor.
Huh.
So that happened Thursday.
What type of doctor?
So business psychology.
Okay.
Expert in emotional intelligence, and how does that help or aid to the success of women entrepreneurs? The goal is building out this platform of coaching, consulting, and trying to take over the world one day at a time.
So you just wearing all the hats right now.
So
walk in your gifts. Walk in them. So it's Dr. Help me out.
Dr. Shakia Curtis.
Dr. Shakia Curtis. That's cold.
Yeah.
That's super cold.
Oh God.
And it's Milwaukee, born and raised.
From Westline.
The real Westline
project before it became cute.
Is that what they call it now? I'll be driving past like.
They call it cute. I don't know what it is now.
You a real life product of the mill. A real life, but to be a product of Milwaukee and then to just be doing everything that you're doing is just phenomenal. That's dope to me because we have this thing. I don't receive it and I don't claim it. I don't ride the wave, but for whatever reason, most of the time when people talk about Milwaukee, and I'm one of them people that I like to be a constant reminder that it's a lot of gems in the mill. 100%. Like it's seriously.
No, I love my city.
I do too.
I feel like
genuinely.
I feel like our communities are not. It's segregated. It's racism. And I do feel like there's things that we could do as people, but I also feel like systematically it's purposely done. I never thought I would move back home, but when I came, I said if I got to be here, then I'm going to show up for my city.
Right.
And from that point, it's like, how do I create? Like, I could have put my studio in Brookfield.
I love that y'all are in the Bronzeville
downtown.
area.
Like, I even bought my home in the same, because my thing is if I'm going to be here, I have to work with people that don't look like me every single day.
Milwaukee it's a new day.
100%.
It's a new day.
It's poodles and strollers.
Yeah.
And tricycles.
I lived on MLK and Brown when I was in K5 first and second grade. I have pictures still in photo albums playing in front of the house that I can see standing right outside of y'all's studio.
Yeah.
When you talked about was it a therapist that you were talking to?
She was a clinical psychologist. So she was like,
how much time did you spend with her?
I still spend time with her.
Okay, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. What do you get from her that you don't get from your spiritual parents? Because I know you are a committed, faithful member
100%.
at, what's the name of your church?
New Restoration. And I will say this.
Okay.
I grew up Pentecostal.
Okay.
Right? If y'all know Pentecostal, y'all know, right? Blue jean skirts, all that. You going to hell if you wear lipstick type stuff. And I think a lot of times the religion kills the relationship with God.
Talk about it.
And so for me, going through that, I grew up on religion, not understanding relationship. So through that space, I had tons of people like, just pray. But I'm praying every day, but I'm still dying. I'm praying every day, but I'm still depressed. I'm praying every day, and I still want to take my life, right? So that didn't make sense to me to pray what I'm praying. So through that, I really had to understand that God gives us these choices and tools. Like everything on this earth is a tool.
Right.
Everything
Absolutely.
He made was good. It's how you choose to use it.
How you choose. Perspective is everything.
And so that was kind of just the backbone of understanding. If I was going to talk to somebody, she had to understand who God was.
Right.
And secondly, it was understanding that I couldn't do it by myself. And I have spiritual leaders.
And I love your spiritual parents.
Active.
Shout out to Pastor and First Lady Carter. Yes, because they are the truth.
Parents,
like
true
seriously.
Parents. And I went to them and I told them, and he told me to do what you have to do. But I think sometimes we
See,
forget.
that's what I'm saying.
It's faith. The scripture, and when you talk about faith, faith is not like faith is action. Right? We be like, God, I want a job. And they say believe.
Right. Faith
You
without
can't just
works
believe
is dead.
you can have a job.
Right.
So you
Footwork.
have to actually go do the work. And so if I'm saying, God, heal me, He like, okay.
Meet me
I'm
halfway.
gonna heal you.
Yeah, but what you
are
gonna do?
doing?
Right.
Right. Because when you do the action, that's the faith being at work.
Activated, right.
And so I had to. It was hard. It was all hard because I'm like, mentally it's helping, but then spiritually, I got people like, oh, that's not God. Like, I was growing up, I was told yoga was of the devil. I'm like, yoga, like everything. So it was just really me getting to this place of understanding. If God convicts me, then me and Him has that conversation. I don't really.
You nailing it right now.
At this point in my life, other than my spiritual leaders, I don't seek counsel when it comes to my relationship with God from other people.
Right.
I have my head, then I have God. Right. If I was married, then it would be my husband. But no, I have a relationship, and
that's key, because if you don't have that relationship with Him and you don't know the word for yourself, you kind of just out here just like a
doing what
puppet.
people tell you to
Yeah,
do,
they're
and
gonna
that's-
pull you,
that's
and
religion.
it's over with at that point. But Kia, I appreciate you coming and sitting with me and sharing
beautiful
yourself.
space. Literally feel like I could go to sleep right now or just get a massage. Hint, but you know.
Let me know when you're ready, girl.
100%.
I got you.